So, I mean, the Steelers season's pretty much dead right now, and I really don't see why this debate is like it's a debate that they have in NBA groups all the time, ESPN, whatever. And to me, like, I guess everybody wants to get their take on it, so I'm gonna get my take on it. But to me, man, bro, it's not even a question, dude. It's not even a debate, dude. You shouldn't even debate on it, man. Because LeBron James is chasing a legacy that is uncatchable. You're trying to live up to one of the most marketable man in the United States of America, pretty much. Like he's up there with goddamn Oprah, bro. All right, you see, with Oprah, bro. Literally, man, that is how marketable Michael Jordan is. LeBron James is signed by Jordan, was signed right when he came in the league, 18 years old. Signed by Jordan, dude. It runs the NBA. Everybody has the J's on their feet, J's on their feet, J's on their feet. All right, man. Michael Jordan changed the NBA and pretty much shaped the NBA to what it is today, to where LeBron James pretty much has all this power and all this control to where he pretty much can dictate what goes on in the franchise. Him, D Wade, Chris Bosh, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, all these guys can get together in the off season and pretty much work out a way to where everybody gets a little piece of the pie in the cap and they can build these super teams. And LeBron pretty much can pillage his franchise in Cleveland, leave and go to Miami, promise the fans 7 rings in a row. And then after like not delivering up and then leaving in Cleveland and going back to Cleveland and saying, Cleveland, I never forgot about you, Cleveland. I knew I grew up in Akron and I upped and left because I wanted to live up to media hype because I never won a championship and I couldn't get it done in Cleveland. So I had to go and join with D Wade. Basically, my biggest competition in the league at the time, especially in the Eastern Conference. I had to hop on his coattails and we had to ride Miami. And I promised you 7, but I didn't get 7. But I came back to Cleveland, and then I decided to leave Cleveland again. And after I'd pretty much strong arm Dan Gilbert and try to get big contracts for Tristan Thompson and big contracts for these basically role players, nothing but role players, but they're getting these big major contracts pretty much because LeBron wants this, LeBron wants that. LeBron needs this. J.R. Smith, pretty much a spot shooter. They can play a little bit of D. Yeah, he can get to the rim a little bit. I'm not going to take nothing away from JR. But come on, man. Like, his role really in that team is to be a spot shooter. Everybody's role in that team is to be a spot shooter. K-Love, who's pretty much dominating the league without LeBron. And then LeBron comes there and magically his numbers go down. Kyrie, magically his numbers go down. D-Wade, magically his numbers go down. Like, tremendous dips in their numbers because they have to play with LeBron and around LeBron and off LeBron and everything's off LeBron. LeBron plays for stats. Michael played for wins. Michael played 3 years, three-peated, retired, played professional baseball, be it minor league baseball, but it was professional baseball. He was drawing crowds in Chicago left and right. And then he decided to hang it up, and he played golf too. Then he decided to go back in the NBA, fuck around, and win 3 again. All right, he averages the most points per game in the history of the league. 6 MVPs, Finals MVPs, 5 MVPs. The only player ever in the league to win Defensive Player of the Year and an MVP, and he did it 4 times. 10, I don't know how many all defensive teams, like 10, 11 all defensive teams, 15, 14, 15 all stars. I mean, pretty much every year in the league, he was pretty much dominant, put up 30 a game, was insane. One of the greatest playoff players ever to do it. I don't even think one of his finals reached the game 7. They were all over by game 6. Michael Jordan, and he's the most marketable athlete in the history of the league and pretty much all of sports, bro. And has turned the NBA into what it is, a global phenomenon. There's basketball all around the world, Canadian leagues, European leagues, Chinese leagues. There's probably Saudi Arabian leagues. I mean, literally, there's leagues everywhere. Giannis Antetokounmpo came from like a little small village in Greece, picked up a basketball, probably grew up idolizing LeBron James, seeing him do all this stuff, and they're always talking about who's the greatest of all time, LeBron, and LeBron does everything, and that's probably what Giannis wanted to be. He plays his game not exactly like LeBron, but he came in like starting as a point guard. Jason Kidd was his coach and was going to make him a point guard. And man, he was a starting point guard of the Milwaukee Bucks, a 6'11", 15-pound twig who's now pretty much one of the most dominant power forwards, and you might could say one probably him or Duncan, two of the most dominant, probably best power forwards ever played in the league. I mean, Barkley's up there, Malone, Garnett. I mean, there's a lot of great power forwards. Don't get me wrong, but Giannis is great. I mean, he's pretty much putting up 30 a game. He's one too. So Giannis is a great player right now. But Jordan, he's the greatest, man. He's the greatest player of the 90s. They owned the 90s. That whole entire decade was dominated by Michael Jordan, plain and simple. Three-peats in the 90s, unheard of. And just his legacy, his brand. The legacy's bigger than really is. LeBron better than him? Yeah, LeBron could do more things on the court than Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan plays to win. There's really no reason LeBron should be taking more than 15 shots a game. He shouldn't take more than 15 shots a game. Literally. Maybe even 10. It should be 10 easy ones in the paint, driving the lane, coming out of the fast break. Maybe a couple spot threes here and there. But really, LeBron should be even playing off the ball. He should be playing off the ball. Jordan had to play off the ball. He played to win. He played winning basketball. He played what the team needed him to do. His role was to score and play defense. LeBron thinks his role is to be the GM, the coach, the everything. And that's why he loses at the end of the day. He plays for stats. Everything is around LeBron, all isolation. Kobe Bryant even spoke on it and said, it drives me and Phil Jackson crazy. Who was Michael Jordan's coach? That these play that what did he say it was? By chance basketball. They just move the ball around. There's no like sets coming off of anything. Like, the triangle offense, Jordan would get in the post and then people would swing around him and cut off his post. A little shimmy shake, turn around Jay. There's options that he would have off of, so he'd swing this way, cut that way, he could go this way, and there's just options that you play off of and you swing off of. Everybody comes off Jordan. Pippen might swing in, and then Jordan can get him on the swing, and if the defense slips, boop, there's Pippen with a free lane to the basket, and then you know what I mean. Then a Kukos or Rodman sets a screen, and Kerr, or Kukok, or whoever is their shooter can roll off of that screen behind Jordan's post. And then if anybody wants to help or come over, Jordan's got Kerr, Kukos, whoever his shooter is right there in the corner. Bam, bam, bang, 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 boom. Or he can turn around, Jay, beat you on the post, dunk, whatever he wants, however he wants. Turn around, face you up. It don't matter. Jordan can get it any which way. Any which way. And he locked whoever he was guarding down. Period. LeBron don't even want to play defense. Hasn't played defense in a long time. He's out there just trying to score. And he'll never be as marketable as Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, he just won't be. You can't. I mean, the man 1-3, retired, basically the top of his craft before he was pretty much in his prime. Just retired, came back, played a whole different profession in sports. Be it the minor leagues, you're still playing at a professional level, baseball, and you were pretty much the creme de la creme at your craft already, basketball, and you come back and you do it all over again and are the creme de la creme, and then retire again, and then happen to come back again with Washington and still put up 20 a game. They couldn't do nothing in Washington, but hey, is what it is. He was like 40 at the time. Yeah, LeBron's old, but now there's all these allegations of steroids coming out, and his wife and people in his camp associated with steroid use. So who knows, man? We'll see with LeBron James. But at the end of the day, that's really what it is. Was Muhammad Ali? Could Lennox Lewis beat Muhammad Ali? Could Tyson beat Ali? Hell, I think Foreman was better than Ali, but Ali happened to get in Foreman's head. And Foreman just went out there swinging for the fences. He just wanted to just knock Ali out in front of the whole entire world. That was the biggest fight of the century. And all he wanted to do was bust Ali's jaw wide open in front of the whole world. That was Foreman's strategy going into that. There was no strategy. The strategy was, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you in front of the whole world. And they're going to watch you die. And he was just such a cultural icon. So there will never ever be living up to Muhammad Ali's legacy of him going to changing his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, skipping out on the Vietnam War, going to jail, getting stripped of your title, and then coming back and winning the title again over George Foreman, who was like 41-0, 44-0 with like 41 knockouts until the Rumble of the Jungle, and then Ali knocked him out in front of the whole world and rope-a-doped his ass, and was probably one of the best post-fight interviews in the history of all sports. And that's just one of the greatest knockouts. They've literally modern day, in the flesh, in the bone, in front of the whole civilized world. Can't write it any better. Modern day David versus Goliath, and David knocked Goliath out in front of the whole world in Africa. And the Muhammad Ali and his savior Muhammad stood supreme in that fight. It was just, there's no living up to that legacy, just like there's no LeBron James living up to a Michael Jordan legacy and the marketability and everything Michael Jordan did to pave the way for LeBron to be LeBron. Just can't happen, won't happen, never will happen. Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time.